Okay, I pushed the button. We're allegedly live, but I'm waiting for the YouTube
Allegedly.
notification. Why did I say allegedly? That's not the right use of that word.
It's okay. I forgive you. Zorak Prison Pod. Barack Brack.
Barnyard animals.
Oink!
Whack. Okay, I pushed the button. We're allegedly live, but I'm waiting for the All right.
Zorak Upside Down. Sing it, Fuzzy.
I'm a little demon, short and stout.
It's
Welcome.
sorry. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to the Average Intelligence Podcast and our childhood. One of my greatest regrets in life is that I didn't keep that video. It's long gone. There's no chance of ever. It will never see the light of day.
So sad.
It is
You
so
know,
sad.
we didn't think that far ahead. That's the problem.
No, because like YouTube wasn't a thing.
We didn't realize we were in the good days until we were out of the good days.
That was okay. So what year would that have been? I think that was 1999 or 2000, legitimately.
Had
Maybe
to have been.
2001. Maybe. I don't even think though, because it was like the first webcam. So wait, hang on. I'm trying to remember where that was. I know it was at my dad's house, but was it at, can't remember if it was the
Trailer,
trailer or
trailer,
that's what,
trailer.
okay, so that would have been, yeah, I think that would have been 1999.
Yeah, we were watching Space Ghost at your dad's. You actually introduced me to him. I had no idea who he was. You know what's funny is my dad, my
You're
own
talking about,
father.
you're talking about Space Ghost, right? Not my dad.
y- no, yeah, yeah. No, I'm talking about
I,
Space Ghost.
I'm pretty sure,
But
yeah.
no, get this, dude. Like, I was talking to my dad the other day, and you know my dad. He's a mechanic. He's a
Yeah.
very blue collar. He doesn't really seem like any of that. He likes music and whatnot, but dude, he was talking about Space Ghost, and I was like, huh? And he's like, yeah, the talk show host cartoon. I was like, what? I was like, you watched that? He's like, oh yeah, I used to watch it all the time back in the 90s. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like,
Because,
who are you?
well, honestly, Space Ghost Coast to Coast was a little bit before our time. Like, we could have watched it, but by the
It was
time,
more adult.
yeah, what we really got into was Cartoon Planet.
Hmm.
Which same characters, but same idea. But I did watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast. But for those of you who haven't read the title of this podcast, and it happened a little while ago, but we're still doing it because why not talk about Space Ghost? Because everybody wants to be Space Ghost, everybody near and far.
Near and far.
I'd give
Yeah.
anything if for just one day. Oh,
Rest
I'd
in
have to.
peace, man.
But yes, George Lowe, who was not the only voice of Space Ghost, but he's the one we all think of
Hmm.
when we think about Space Ghost.
Yeah. I it's like just I don't know. The whole vibe of the show was just so good. Like it really solidified our childhood.
Well, I know at one point they brought it back for like a season, but it just didn't catch
Hmm. I
for
didn't know that.
yeah, I
Oh
forget
yeah,
what
yeah,
year it
yeah.
was.
Like what? Like probably like what 2004, 2005?
No, I think it was like 2014.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Oh,
didn't
dude.
last though. It didn't last,
Mm.
unfortunately.
Well, to be honest, it was kind of a I mean, other than like the quips and whatnot, like it was kind of a boring show. There were
You know
funny
what's
parts
funny
to
though?
it, but there was a
They
lot of dead time.
honestly they need to bring it back in because now I think that show's challenge was always having enough content to fit into a 30-minute time slot. But with
Yeah,
Tik,
they did an online show.
that's what I'm saying. Like if they put it on TikTok or I mean everywhere, but it'd do great.
Maybe we could see if we could get the rights. I mean, damn near both of us can almost do the voice.
I don't even want to pretend that I hold a candle to George Lowe, but I mean it could be done. It could absolutely be done.
I can't think of it. Eyes are fuzzy. How does that go? Oh man,
Oh,
eyes are fuzzy wuzzy. Or
are you talking about the fart joke?
I can't remember how it goes.
Okay, who let a fluffy? Fluffy.
Fluffy.
It's mighty smelly in here.
Your
And Brack,
Zorak's on point.
well, Zorak's a little bit easier. He's, a Fluffy. Is that like a pootie? What's a
No, a
pootie?
Fluffy.
I just love his inflection. Like, what's a pootie? Pootie. Pootie. No, I don't think so. I
Oh
swear
man.
someone let a Fluffy in here, and then Brack just comes, ooh, what died in here?
I'm gonna check
Uh,
our stream. I Brack, he's probably my favorite.
well, he had his own show for a minute, but I remember
Hmm.
watching it and not really. Brack is unfortunately not a solo act.
No, unfortunately.
No, you need because honestly, one of the things I've come to appreciate in comedy is that for pure comedy gold, you need a straight man, and that was Space Ghost. Because
Hmm.
Space Ghost served. He was the perfect straight man because he honestly thought he was as cool as he thought he was,
His shit did
and
not stink.
and the other guys were constantly ribbing on him, but he didn't. He didn't. It just went right over his head, and that's why it worked because not to say you can't have every character be kind of sarcastic, but well, no, actually, it's funny because I was about to say South Park does that, but no, South Park's entire town is full of straight men, which is why it works. Is all the adults take everything at literal face value, which is where the comedy comes from.
Yeah. Man, I don't know, dude, with these with the shorts content being so popular nowadays, they need a reboot. Uh
I oh god, I forget who it was, but it was set up perfectly.
re.
Cartoon Planet starring me.
I'm just the music itself you could just talk about. It's so good. Are you cutting in and out by chance? Like, okay, you just weren't talking.
Yeah, I had.
My
Oh,
internet
so
my internet's been wonky, FYI. So
no,
I'm just
you're not cutting out for me.
okay.
No, I remember now. It was this has been some time ago. I don't remember. I think like one of my employees was just talking about how he was gonna go to a club or something, and I just looked at swear he was younger than us, so I was pretty sure he wouldn't get the joke, but I thought it would have been hilarious if he did. I was just like, oh, so you're gonna go out there and do the hoodly hoo?
He's probably like, huh? And now
And
you're doing the hoodly hoo.
I should have gone into it, but he literally looked at me, he goes hoodly hoo, and I went hoodly hoo, just like
He's probably like, what's wrong with this dude?
it's like the videos when you send song lyrics to people and they don't get it in a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
But in the back of my head, I was just like, you pick
And
your
now
left
you're
foot up
doing.
till you touch your nose, put your ear on your ear, and wiggle your toes. Still
I
have that
think
album.
I was gonna say I think we burned that album out. Like
Oh, we
we
did. I
played
had
it
to buy
so
it
much one
again. Yeah,
season.
yeah, that thing. It's we're talking about for anybody who doesn't know. We're talking about because actually they did two albums. I didn't know this. We only had the first one. Space Ghost Musical BBQ.
Best album of all time.
It's up there. It's up there. Starts
It should be inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
honestly, because here's the thing.
We should
For a
start a
sh
petition right now.
Well, it makes me want to
Sorry.
get the other one now, but for a show that just used reused animation from Hanna-Barbera, what they were able to create is kind of incredible if you think about it.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, because that's why they all the like a lot of the frames are reused because it's just old footage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then they just did animation over the top of these old scenes and whatnot. And
I think they put them on new backgrounds and whatnot, or maybe, and I don't know, this might be the case. I don't know if they did reanimate it, but they did it intentionally to make it look like they were reusing footage. That might have been it, but because it
re
looked
re re
fairly.
re re. Let's get that out of my head. All right. Oh, got my chat. And if you
Oh
guys are
yeah.
in the chat tonight, say what's up.
Shout out your favorite Space Ghost moments.
Favorite character, favorite anything. Just talk to me.
Well, what's
Don't
funny
make me
is,
sixth sense this bitch.
well, I can.
Talk to me.
But yeah, I kind of went through a little bit of everybody. I was never a big fan of Moltar. Like he had some good quips, but I was never like on the Moltar train. My initial favorite character of the show was Brack, hardcore, and then
Moltar, I can't remember who was which one was that.
he was the guy who had like the full face covering and the whole bodysuit, and he was on Space Ghost
Mm,
Coast to Coast, yeah, and he was
had the tube coming out of his mouth. Well, not
yeah
tube, but he
yeah it
had
was
like
like
that.
it
Yeah,
had like a nozzle thing,
I
yeah.
remember. Yeah, I didn't. I think he was just probably just I don't know, like I would say comedic relief, but I mean they're all comedic relief.
Well, and that might be another reason why Space Ghost Coast to Coast was less funny, is because to me, Moltar was kind of the straight man in that show. Because
Mm,
he didn't really do anything overtly funny. He was just kind of the one who was kind of in disbelief of all the zaniness that was going on.
zaniness.
I mean, that's,
Pow. Woo!
well, the power bands constantly blowing up Zorak.
Yeah. You know, I don't really remember a whole lot from the show. I remember more so the album because
I mean,
we
really, yeah,
listened
that
to
was.
it.
It Smells Like Cartoon Planet is a legitimate banger. It's such a great song.
I
It
was
goes,
looking up
it goes a
music for it and I
thousand,
couldn't find it.
yeah. Oh, you can find it. I think it helps if you know the song names, but like It Smells Like Cartoon Planet goes 1,000 times harder than it should. It just totally works.
Da, da, da. Well, I smell turkey. So good. Tuna fish. Uh-oh. Oh, my background changed. My computer just tried to give me a heart attack.
It's such a great opening. Like, I smell turkey.
Yeah, that one was pretty great. You know, a lot of people who do animation and voices and whatnot, like their first love is music.
Oh
Like
yeah, that
Seth
shows.
MacFarlane.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude's
Most
got
of
a
and
great voice.
well, and to bring it up again, South Park. Like South Park's way more musical than you think it is until you really sit down and like watch it in rapid succession, and then you're like, wow.
How how in the world did they get so good singing with those voices? That's what I wanted to like. Honestly, to be honest, I think it's easier when you're doing a voice to sing in that voice. Like
I would say so.
yeah, because like you could probably sing "Sail Me," sailing, "Come
I'm
Sail Away."
sailing
No,
away.
by Trump, by Trump.
Well, Trump wouldn't sing it though. He'd be, I'm sailing away, set an open course for the Virgin Sea, the Gulf of America,
Bernie,
because I've got to be free, free to face the
go
life that's ahead of me.
Brack.
Ooh, Brack's always tough to say. He's, I'm board, I'm the captain.
The only one I can do with him is what is it? Somebody left the cake out in the rain. Oh no! I was gonna eat that cake, but it's all wet, and now I don't want any.
You don't have to decide right away. Think it over. Who's it gonna hurt? Where are you going?
Yeah. Oh man. Matt and Trey's first movie was a musical. Would totally recommend Cannibal the musical if you haven't seen it. I have not seen it, but
You're talking about Cannibal. Yeah, Cannibal the musical.
I think I might have to
I
now.
want to. And then I also haven't seen Orgasmo yet, but
That's a good movie.
I've
I
heard it's funny.
dude, it's it's hilarious and it's actually a decent movie, but like I'd never watched it until literally like I think last year, and I was like, oh, I gotta check this out.
I still haven't
This
seen Book of Mormon either, and I want to so bad.
is that South Park?
No, well, Matt and Trey
Book of
created
Mormon.
it's a stage musical that they wrote, and
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
what it sounded familiar, other than the actual book.
Well, I mean, yeah, there is, yeah, the Book of Mormon, but and we're actually gonna. I I feel like I kind of Jedi mind tricked Haley into agreeing to do an episode of her podcast where we watch South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. It's a musical, like it's a legitimate musical. So I feel, and I didn't know she hadn't
Shut
seen
your
it.
fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're a boner and a damn Uncle Fucker. You don't eat your
Boner,
sleep or mow the lawn. You just fuck
just
your
fuck
uncle
your
all
uncle
day
all day long.
long. Uncle Fucker. That's UNCLE. Fuck you.
Suck my balls.
Yeah. They always had to get that last quit. Suck my balls.
No, but I mean, in format, it's a legitimate musical, including the I I don't know if South Park the movie is a 4 or 5 act structure, but at the end of the not last act, but the like third or fourth act, there's a legit like medley number that incorporates all the songs that have been sung up to that point in true Broadway
Yeah.
fashion. That's true. And Justin, you get credit for because Haley couldn't find a place to stream it. But so South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is not available on Paramount Plus right now in the States, but it is in Canada. And so Haley was trying to figure it out, and Justin's like, it's on Paramount Plus. And then she said, no, it's not. And then they figured out what was happening, and then he just sent her a gift that said blame Canada. But she doesn't get the joke yet, but she will.
uh so when are you going to watch? She's going to watch it on her own, or how's that
Yeah.
going to work?
Yeah, she's gonna
Okay.
watch it on her own. And I'm sure I'll get a flurry of texts as this
What
is
did you
happening.
just have me watch, Jake? That's what she's going to
Oh
say.
no, she'll like I kind of
Yeah.
if you have a sense of humor, you will like that movie.
She's come a long way, so the thing is, I guarantee she'll like it.
Oh, she's gonna like it. What's gonna weird her out though is that that movie came out in 1999.
Oh, do you know when she was
I
born?
think that movie's a year older. No, I think that movie might be a year older than her. I don't know
Okay.
exactly. I don't know exactly how old she is, but I think she was either born around that time or slightly after. So for
Man.
those of you that can do math, you know approximately how old I think she is.
And we were preteens when it came. No, yeah, we were preteens when it came out. Like
Yep.
what, 11?
Mm, oh God, yeah, 11 or 12, depending on.
Was it 99 or did you say
No, it was
97?
not. It was 99. South Park came out in 97. The movie came out in 99.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Which
So
that's
you
weird to think
said,
about is that South Park came out in 1997. That'll make you
man,
feel old real fast.
dude, speaking of South Park, and you know what episode I'm talking about that we played on repeat?
There was a couple.
Uh
Which one?
the episode with Corn. Remember? And at the end we would rewind that and play the strobe lights. Dad. Man. And then what was it? That big duck. There was a big duck, or was it a
the the
platypus, or
the Jackofosaurus.
is that what it was? I can't remember. You have a better memory on that stuff.
I'm doing a
I can remember
rewatch.
stupid little details. Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Oh,
should say a
really?
rewatch. It's a full watch for me because I didn't watch a lot of South Park early because hey, at first I couldn't, and then when I did have access to cable, I just wasn't into because early South Park is a different style of comedy that I don't get me wrong, I like it, but I like the like season 6 onward to me is like comedy gold because that's when frankly the jokes got a little bit smarter.
Was I
Um,
your source for South
originally,
Park
yeah,
OG
yeah, originally because
and
you would,
Jackass?
yeah, yeah, because
Dude,
you would tape them.
we got caught. Remember, we got caught with Jackass with your mom. Your mom was like, "What is this?" And then, well, also we were talking about Jackass in what was it, science class, and our teacher would call it Jack Bunny, or what
Yeah,
did he call it?
Jack Bunny.
Uh, who was that? Mr.
Was that
Lux, right?
Mr. Lux or Mr. Ben? I think it was Mr. Lux. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
because
Lex.
around
Yeah.
the time we were watching it.
I'm excited for
Yeah.
new season. Eat ketamine and fuck up the government.
Oh my God, Randy is uh,
Randy's
but
my favorite character.
Butters is
Easily.
mine. Butters is mine, but Randy's a close second.
I like Butters, dude, but like Randy, he's just so dumb. Hey,
I do.
hey, I could play that song for real.
Yeah, yeah,
Once I
yeah.
rose above the noise and confusion.
Stan,
He's
Stan.
such an idiot.
I know. That's a although I mean there's so many great characters like Mr. Mackey, Mr. Garrison, Mrs. Garrison, President Garrison, take your pick.
Mrs. Garrison. Dude, President Garrison, he was great.
We're gonna bend them over, fuck them all.
Oh shit. My brain just took a crap on me.
You might hear a
Yeah,
dog barking momentarily.
I didn't realize this was gonna be a difficult one. We're just
Oh
gonna
no,
ramble.
there's more because circling it back to South Park, circling it back to
Yes.
Space Ghost. Did you know? See, I did not know this. Apparently, there was a comic book run, and now I legitimately want to read it, where they basically went like Dark Knight with Space Ghost. So the original cartoon was basically Space Ghost was just a guy who was fighting intergalactic crime with his two kid sidekicks and a monkey. I'm not making it up; it exists. But I think it was in 2013. I forget the comic book now. I think it might have been Dark Horse. It might have been Dark Horse or Image. I can't remember. But anyway, they did a comic book run, which honestly looks badass. Like the artwork looks great. And it's a really dark twist on the story. So in that version, this backstory of Space Ghost is his entire family gets killed by, I think, space pirates. And I can't remember if he gets killed too or what, but he's basically some kind of vengeful spirit that just goes out and just wrecks people's shit. And I'm kind of here for it. Like, I kind of want to, I definitely
What is
want to
he?
read them.
What is he like Spawn?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. It's more like Spawn, actually. But
I love Spawn. So
I know. I think you'd really like it because I think I remember reading that sort of like the darker edge of the story is the fact that he can't die because he's kind of sort of already dead. So he's basically immortal, but like I can't remember now.
I'll have to check that one out. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm like, I might go to the comic book store and see if I can find any.
Worst comic book ever. No.
Well, which version? Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2029, 2099.
You know, Spider-Man 2099 was actually a good cartoon. I feel like people give it hate. The way Carnage and Venom looked was weird, but like
Well,
the
hang
whole
on. Was
the
okay.
suits were cool.
So this goes back to our semi-viral Spider-Man episode. Um,
Ah,
Spider-Man 2099 wasn't a show though, was it? Which one is
Spider-Man 2099, I believe it was Ben Riley,
okay,
right?
no,
No, or
the show Spider-Man 2099 I think was okay, here we go. Okay, no, that's
no, Spider-Man 2099 was Peter Parker, I believe.
I think the
But
show
it was
was. Um,
it was Peter Parker, but he was sent to the future or something like that.
the show, yeah, because Spider-Man
The show,
2099 in the
not the
comics,
comic.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was called Spider-Man 2099. I think it was called something else. Uh,
There hasn't been one. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Uh, there was one. What was it called? Spider-Man Unlimited.
that's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. That was the TV show,
It's essentially Spider-Man 2099.
but with Peter Parker going into the future, and the costume's a little different,
Yeah. Okay.
but I just accidentally, hang on, I'm going to read some more of this.
That's an easy one to get confused.
Spider-Man 4 is confirmed.
Yeah, old boy already signed on for it.
Yeah, yeah, they're going to be filming this
Holland.
year. It's got a
Good.
theatrical release date of July 20th, 2026.
Is Zendaya gonna have a drug problem in this one? I'm just kidding. And I obviously I don't think she has a drug problem in real life. I'm just talking about the
Well, no,
movie
you're
she's
talking
in.
about MJ.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, there doesn't
MJ
seem to
has
be
a
a lot of
drug problem.
information yet, but we will. Yeah, because they haven't named it yet. They're just calling it Spider-Man 4, which you can't do because that's Tobey Maguire's movie, damn it. If you choose to do it, which I think you should. Because I'm still on Spider-Man No Way Home train.
That
I'm
was a
still
great
on the
movie.
train. I thought it was fantastic. And now everybody's bitching and moaning about the multiverse, but you all went and saw the movie and you all freaked out when Andrew Garfield took his mask off. So stop being the cool kid and being like, well, multiverse is lazy and stupid. Not when it's done well. When it's done well, it's fucking awesome. When it's done poorly, looking at you, Multiverse of Madness, then yeah, it's lame as fuck. But nah,
Oh, was that
Doctor Strange.
man, I wanted that to be good.
I wanted it to be good too, but I felt, and I was right. Doctor Strange in the MCU, Doctor Strange is not a strong enough character to carry his own movie. It's true of the first one. I know you can hate me in the comments, but it's true that movie's mediocre at best. And then Multiverse of Madness kind of proves my point yet again. He's just not strong enough to carry, and that's not a lack of skill of Benedict Cumberbatch because if that movie ever had a shot, it was because of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mhm.
But that character in the MCU is a supporting character. He's not a main
Well,
character.
I mean, when you have a whole ass credit scenes and then nothing happens and then it doesn't go toward to anything and then the third eye and it's just gone and
Yeah, that
yeah,
was and it looked like that.
yeah, and it just looked terrible.
Like the thing is, I've actually seen shout out to Virus. I've seen AI generated shots with third eyes and eyes that looked better than that. So don't like the fact that a major Hollywood studio can't get it right. I just I don't know who to blame. I'm guessing Disney and budget reasons.
Dude,
But
AI has like jumped so fast in such a little bit of time. It's
I know.
ridiculous how good it's getting.
Have you listened to any of the new podcasts, the AI analysis ones?
No,
You
not
should.
yet.
You'll get a kick out of it. It's all
Are they on
AI
Arte
generated.
or a Pantheon?
Arte.
Arte. Did I
Yeah.
say
So
it?
yeah.
Arte.
Alrighty then. Alrighty
Oh,
then.
oh, dude, turn it to the pun guys. All right, hey then.
Alrighty then.
Uh,
But yeah.
it's
So
fun.
yeah, you'll get a kick out of it. We did one of our episodes on there, which
Oh
I
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah
did see that. Never mind.
yeah. That's 100% AI generated.
Yeah, it's still fun. It's good content.
Was a Baron Arcanus. Have you been? Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say I recognize the name. Did I hear Pantheon? That's right up my alley. So yeah, so it's a just to explain. So we have Arte Media Podcast Pantheon, and then there's a subset of podcasts that we partnered with for Sandcorp to produce, and that's Pantheon Podcasts, that channel on YouTube. So everybody's in the Pantheon, but there's another littler Pantheon that's in the Pantheon. It's like internal Pantheon action. Yeah,
Say that again.
sounds
Pantheon. Pantheon.
Pantheon.
Pantheon.
Oh, sounds like somebody's got their panties on. Let's go,
Everybody
Lesbos.
wants to hear Space Ghost.
I
Oh
do,
my
but
gosh.
we won't
What do they
anymore.
do? Like scissor?
I have not. I need you to remind me because that's my bad. But my reading list consists of mostly of what you see behind me. Sub pantheons. It's
Very clever.
like a pantheon within a pantheon, a lesser pantheon, if you will.
See, you French fried when you should a pizza. Now you're gonna have a bad time. Have you seen that yet?
No, what is that? Is that that sounds like
That
Mr.
the South
Mackey?
that's South Park. No, that was South Park. It's on there. The Wings of Hermes and
I
Electric
remember.
Cabal.
Yeah, I remember that now. I remember you telling us about that.
Or did I
Did
say
you
that wrong?
watch
That's not Cabal. Cablau.
Kabbalah?
Oh,
Kablam!
thanks. I'm not smart.
Another
Kablam
jam. Another jam
on
of the late
Substack.
90s.
Oh, dude.
Which
Action League now.
I was about to say you can get rid of everything but Action League now, but that's not actually true
No, no,
because
no,
then
no,
you,
no.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah, I know that's not accurate.
Prometheus and
And
Bob.
Bob, speaking of
Prometheus.
Pan,
Uh, uh, uh.
speaking
Dude.
of Pantheon, okay. Yeah,
Prometheus
Prometheus
and
and Bob.
Bob.
I didn't appreciate it as much then, but I went back and I've seen a couple of the other ones, and it's comedy gold. Like Gustin, if you haven't seen it, because I know you're a big Buster Keaton fan, or not, well, I'm sure you like Buster Keaton, but why am I forgetting is the Charlie Chaplin. I know you're a big Charlie Chaplin fan. Well, I shouldn't say a big fan, but you're impressed by his physical comedy. You would really like Prometheus and Bob if you haven't seen it already, because it's all non-dialogue interactions between a caveman and an alien, and it's comedy gold. It's
That's
such good stuff.
amazing.
It's
Dude,
yeah.
because he looks like a human ET.
What was I know there was Life with Loopy was another one of the shorts they did.
Yep.
What were some of the other ones? Because it was a
All right, so let's just start off the list. Action League, just Action League
Action
now.
League now.
Action League now, Prometheus and Bob, Life of Loopy, and then what was the two little kids that were like brother and sister?
They
It
were
was
the
kind of like
hosts.
oh, okay. Well, I thought there was a cartoon within that with them as well.
Oh
Or
my
was that just like
god.
their little adventures while they were like bringing up the episode or
Yeah, they like
little
introduced
shorts?
it, but hang on, I'm looking at. Let's see what we got.
It's easy to look it up, but it's harder to remember.
Henry and June were the hosts.
hmm Henry and June,
Mr.
that's it.
Beefoot was a giant Sasquatch that worked on the show.
hmm They would ask him to
Sniz and Fondue, that was one of
sniz
the.
and fondue.
And then Action League Now, Life with Loopy, Prometheus and Bob. The
I can't
Offbeats. What were
remember
the
sniz and
Offbeats?
fondue. I don't
Yeah,
know.
those were the main ones.
I remember them, but I can't. I remember the names. I just can't remember anything
Yeah, they
about
were
them.
like little rodents. I don't know that I ever knew. Um, I didn't know that I ever knew what like defined animal they were. But what's funny is the let's see the inner Jim Jam Jam from the
Huh.
other Jones universe. So yeah, people involved with Sniz and Von Du would actually go on to create Courage the Cowardly Dog, which now I can see it.
Dude, that's a great cartoon.
I never liked Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Return the stone. Or no, the slab. Return the slab. Dude, it was such a dumb show, but like it was there was an episode with a hunchback. I don't know if you ever saw that one, but it was actually a good episode. Like this
I was
hunchback comes out of nowhere and then stays in their barn, and then Courage makes friends with them, and then they end up playing what glasses like with water in them, and they rub the and
no, I
it
was
was weird, but
no, when I was growing up, I was much more of a Nickelodeon kid, excluding Toonami, because Toonami doesn't count. Toonami was its own thing. Toonami just
Toonami
happened to
was
be on Cartoon Network.
yeah. Oh, we got comments.
Yeah, he's letting us know where we can find his book. But Baron,
Ah, Gratch.
Monsieur Arcanus, did you watch Space Ghost when you were a lad?
Mm.
Because that's
Oh,
what's really
oh,
important.
oh, wee young lad.
Have no idea how old he is. Might be 50.
85. No, I'm just kidding.
85.
Uh-oh.
Those
Huh?
comments. 85. I didn't know that John Lennon was here on the podcast.
Imagine. Anything you can imagine. I have not watched Space Ghost. That's sad.
Imagination. That is sad. Not the original car. I've actually never watched the original cartoon, but
I have not either. I've only watched Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
yeah, I kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know who. Okay, hang on. Let's think for a minute. I think. Oh no. Warner Brothers Discovery would own the rights. So if they wanted to, they could create an adult themed animated series with the new Space Ghost in mind. There's a list of shows I've watched and enjoyed in my book, actually, for those who read it. Oh, okay, it's in your book. Drop us one. Drop us one. Give us a hint. The first taste is free.
Baron, are you stubbed?
Yeah, you should be. Yeah, you got
Actually,
to be careful.
he said I caught you on here, so he
Yeah,
subbed.
yeah,
I'm just messing.
yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful though. The first taste is free, but there are times when you get suckered in with
I have
drugs
seen the
and
new Beavis
alcohol.
and Butthead, and I really liked it.
I have seen a little bit of it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
BSG.
Big shit gravy. Baron, you the man,
You get a virtual thumbs up.
or woman. We don't discriminate.
Whoa, man, that sounds like discrimination.
Whoa, man. Whoa, man.
I'm just happy to be competing with only strong women. Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, you'll enjoy this because you know how my mother is about South Park. I showed her that clip and
mhm.
she laughed her ass off. The Heather Swanson clip. I'm trying to convince her my goal is to
Another
get her.
sauce. God.
That's my first competition as a woman. Oh,
Heather.
Battlestar Galactica. I should have known that, yeah. I've actually not seen Battlestar Galactica either version, but it should be on my list. I haven't even seen all of Star Trek yet, though. So when Justin and I are 60 and looking for content to do for the Final Frontier, we'll watch Battlestar Galactica.
Do you guys watch Star Trek and then talk about it, or do you guys just talk about what you
No,
watched?
we watch an episode and then go through the episode.
Dude, cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, have you not watched any of the Final Frontier?
I don't watch anything.
Oh
I
man.
just been playing music here lately.
Hey, no, no hate, but I'll put it this way, it's a show you would enjoy because editor Jake is a goddamn menace.
Editor Jake. Oh man. What about the what was it? The court. You guys' court
God.
hearings. Like, are you
Yeah,
guys still
that
doing
was
that?
no, actually,
I
um,
watched that. That shit was funny.
that especially when you consider it was all ad lib, but we do have a court case pending. Um, we actually just we need to because we're gonna be you'll appreciate this. This is my idea because it's so stupid. The Joker is being sued by the I forget the name, but like the company that makes bicycle playing cards. He's being sued for intellectual property.
Dude, that's genius.
Well, and here's the thing, because I wanted this because I'm weird. I wanted this to be legitimate. So I actually went back and researched and I found the guy who invented the Joker card and traced its ownership history from the year 8 I think like 1861 to today so that the property company is going to sue the Joker.
Damn.
Yeah, there's a
You
whole
nerded
fact
out on that
sheet
one.
and everything.
I like that.
Yeah, it's don't
You guys
half-ass
really
it
go
over
out.
here. Yeah.
No.
As that TNG is the launching board for good track. I will agree with the launching board. My personal favorite is Deep Space Nine, but I've also not watched TNG in its entirety, so I'm a little bit biased. But I'm a DS9 guy. And Strange New Worlds, I've not seen any of it yet, but I've heard mixed reviews from different people. So we'll see. We'll get there eventually. But are you a fan of the Orville by chance? Because it's not Star Trek, but many people are saying that the Orville is doing Star Trek better than Star Trek, at least contemporarily.
I tried to get into it. I couldn't.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
the Orville's
it
great.
was it was funny, but like I don't know. I just
How far
nothing
did you
keeps my
get?
my ADHD's gotten
Yeah,
really bad. I can't focus on anything.
that's true. Deep Space, compared to the ending, Deep Space Nine does start out a little weak, but I find with a lot of shows that are episodic in nature, I tend to get really bored with it. I like long, linear, connected storylines, which is why I like Deep Space Nine immediately because it's on a space station. They're not gallivanting across the galaxy. They're orbiting the same planet. So it's to me it's better, but to each their own. And there's a lot of Trek options out there. So yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say we waited 3 weeks for Goku to turn Super Saiyan when we were kids, so we can handle a little waiting and be
early days
bored.
of the internet. Yeah. Well,
Oh, Super Saiyan! Remember Super Saiyan 5?
gonna happen, man.
Like, I saw it, I saw it, I swear, I saw it, and then it's fan art.
I see. I believe the conspiracy theory that Toyotaro is the guy that drew
You
Dragon
think
Ball
so?
AF. I believe that conspiracy theory.
Dude, Dragon Ball, dude, there were so many different factions of Dragon Ball. It's ridiculous. Like fan made ones. I remember AF um now I'm not going to be able to name any of them even though I watched several of them. What was some of the fan made ones that you remember
I can't remember the name of it.
other than AF? I can't remember.
There was one that talks about that follows like three of Goku's sons from different.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember what it was called though.
Can't either. Zeiser and yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Bro, here's another controversial statement. Grade five. Oh, so feel free to not off yourself, but are you Canadian? Because you said grade five, that tells me you're Canadian. But um, I still think controversial. I still think the Frieza saga is the best part of Dragon Ball Z, followed closely by Cell. But I just think Frieza. There's too many iconic moments.
easily. Yeah, I agree with that, but there was like it wasn't it supposed to end at
No,
Namek?
no, it was
No, it
supposed
was
to end
supposed
with
to end
Cell.
after Cell. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But with Gohan taking over, and everybody's like, no, 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 we don't want Gohan. And honestly,
No,
I'm kind of
no.
glad they didn't.
Well, that's part of the reason why DBZ Abridged ended with Cell. And you know what? In hindsight, I'm not that I wouldn't love more content from them, but if you must end it somewhere, that's a pretty good place to end it because the Boo arc was so lackluster. But yeah, but I'll tell you what's not lackluster. One of our other podcasts in the Pantheon, we have many podcasts, okay? And one of them is The Road to Stardom with David Firestone, okay? And David Firestone is a talent manager in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, okay? Now, what he does is he takes young actors and mentors them so that they don't get hooked on drugs, because drugs are bad, okay? No, but that's true. He every episode of his podcast he interviews an up and coming actor and some established. I remember I nerded out really hardcore one time because I was editing the episode and I'm like, guy looks real familiar. And then he sent me his reel because we put reels in there too. One of the videos in his reel, I'd seen that bitch on TikTok. I'm like, I knew that guy.
Dude, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, you can check out The Road to Stardom with David Fire, and David is awesome. David is such a cool guy. Like he's actually making an appearance in one of our new audiobooks that's coming out, which is really funny because I was listening to it and I was like, this guy sounds so familiar. I
Yeah,
know this voice, but I can't place it. And then uh Virus told me it was David. And I'm like, oh yeah, because he's got a very distinct voice. I don't know why I couldn't place it, but yes, check out Road to Stardom with David Firestone on Pantheon Podcasts on YouTube.
check them out.
Check him out, okay?
That was that was spot on. You even hit the MK.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
It's easy, okay.
Yeah, I don't I think Haley's gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, she's gonna up there. That's so much room.
Dude. Hey, Satan. Come here.
Here's my
Yes,
cream
yes.
puff. Oh no, that's right.
Dude, and the sounds it's terrible.
Swear all you want to do is have sex, Saddam.
Yeah, come on, Satan.
Come on, yeah.
Dude, that was messed up. Saddam was piping Satan.
So I actually read, I don't know if this is true, but I read somewhere that apparently when they captured Saddam Hussein, they showed him a copy of the movie and he apparently found it funny. And
He's an
allegedly,
actor.
allegedly though, uh, Matt Stone and Trey Parker received an autographed copy of the DVD, autographed by Saddam Hussein. I don't know if that's true, but I read it somewhere. That's allegedly.
Dang.
Coca-Cola is a good choice. It's not Coca-Cola. It's Sam's Cola
Uh
because inflation's a bitch.
hey, I got a good deal.
Oh, there you go. Caffeine free.
Oh, dude, it tastes so much better than regular. I don't know why. I've been trying to get off caffeine.
I need to get off of it. I was doing good until I went on that goddamn cruise. But anyway, Space Ghost.
Was Saddam a CIA agent?
No, I don't think so.
Not like publicly.
Well, are there public CIA agents though?
Like that's what I meant. Like what was the Iron Man 3 or was it 2 when they had the guy pretending he was an actor and he was pretending to be uh leader of this group.
Was that
Did you
I wanna say that
I
was
think
two, but I
Iron
could
Man
be wrong.
3.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Okay,
know.
here's another hot take. I'm not a big fan of the Iron Man movies on their own. The first one's okay.
Shame on you.
I
They're
just
so good.
I'm just
You're not impressed by Iron Man, huh? Dude, he saved us all. You should be thanking him.
in the Avengers movies, Iron Man is great, and Robert Downey Jr. is awesome as Tony Stark. I'm not, but it's just okay. Like, who's the villain in the first one? Exactly,
Jedediah.
Jedediah fuckface who just steals another Iron Man suit.
But the thing is, like, he was just a normal guy. And then
Yeah,
you got to
I know.
think Tony literally created the Iron Man suit and made other people want to create the Iron Man suit.
I
If he wouldn't have
I,
created the Iron Man suit,
I get that, and Iron Man 1 is the best one, but Iron Man 2, what even happens in Iron Man 2? Who's the villain?
Lasher,
Who the fuck is Lasher?
Lasser, I don't know. He had those like
Mickey Rourke,
arms
right?
thing. Dude, it was
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke, dude. He was sick.
Yeah, that
He's
was
like, I want my bird. I want my bird. Iron Man 3, Trevor Slattery, played by Sir Ben Kingsley. That was, yeah. I remember that. He was
pictures of what?
pretending to be Mandarin.
Yeah, I don't I just
Oh, Ben Kingsley. Okay,
yeah,
yeah, because he
I
played
never
Gandhi, right?
do not know. I never cared for the Iron Man
I'm
movies
joking.
as
I
a
don't
whole.
remember. Oh,
I just
you suck,
well, I remember I was surprised that they were making an Iron Man movie, and I was like, Iron Man? Who gives a shit?
dude. That movie killed it.
It did, but it killed it not because of Iron Man. It killed it because of Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, well, duh. He
Yeah,
became Iron Man. Like,
I mean, Iron Man's weak sauce. I'm not
guess what?
what I heard nothing.
I know I turned off the mic.
I know
I told you, dude. It's nice. I can
that is
flip
pretty sweet.
off and on.
I know my fancy mic has an off switch too. All I got to do is push him.
No. It's like what is it? Pet Detective. Oh!
Actually, that kills at parties. You'd be surprised.
Oh, oh, oh.
It's also not really hard to do, but a lot of people are really shocked when you can do it. It's like, no, you
You just
just,
keep going.
yeah, you just match it with the door closing. It's not that
Not
hard.
difficult. It's not
Trump,
that hard.
Trump does well at parties too.
I don't. Space Ghost would be pretty cool.
That might be
Bring him around,
that might be my Halloween costume.
dude. I don't know how you would dress up like Brack or Zorak. That'd be kind of difficult. Space Ghost is doable.
Yeah, that'd be really difficult. But going back to what we were talking about, so Brack was my favorite character initially. Then I switched over to Zorak for a minute, but I gotta say I'm a Space Ghost fan now. The drier, just straight man humor is just my cup of tea, and it's comedy gold.
He talked the most, so of course he's most likable. It's like Goku, main character. You generally like the main character. No
Yeah.
one falls in love with the side characters. Fuck
Well,
Vegeta.
that's not entirely true, but that's the same reason. Like, I don't know. Do you watch Big Bang Theory? I don't think you're a fan, if I remember correctly.
I've seen some of it. I
Yeah.
watched Young Sheldon. I like that, but like I haven't
Oh,
watched Big Bang Theory.
let me tell you about young Sheldon.
Seen a
Okay.
ton of clips though, so I might know what you're talking about.
Well, what I'm talking about is the reason Sheldon. I think the reason Sheldon is by far the most beloved character of Big Bang Theory is because he's the straight man of that group. Because Sheldon takes everything at face value because he doesn't understand sarcasm, so he takes everything literally, right? And that's where a lot of the comedy comes from. So let me tell you about young Sheldon. I resisted that show for so long, and
Oh,
dude,
dude.
I'm gonna preemptively say I was wrong, but I was always thinking like, who wants to watch who wants to watch killed Sheldon? That's just gonna be so annoying. And then what I didn't realize is unlike Big Bang Theory, where Sheldon is kind of the draw of the show, young Sheldon, they use Sheldon as sort of like a point of reference for people to understand. Like they're going back into a world that's kind of familiar, and that Sheldon's the constant. But man, you stay for like George and Georgie, and you stay for all the other characters. And that's what I didn't
They
get.
their character building in that show
It's,
was something
it's
else.
top tier, top notch. And now I'm not quite finished. I've got one more season of Young Sheldon left, and I'm going to start watching Georgie and Mandy's first marriage because it looks
I'm in season 5, midway.
of Young Sheldon.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I think Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is only one season thus far.
Yeah, and then he cheats on her or something like that. Like
I
this
don't
is
know.
things I've seen. I don't know. I'm excited to find out, but I am going to eventually watch The Big Bang Theory because I've heard it's a very good show, and
I see. Here's the thing. I understand both camps. I don't agree with both camps because I like it. I think the show's great. However, one of the common criticisms is that the show's very it's very basically it's kind of similar to the criticisms that Family Guy gets. Is like it's real base level comedy that relies a lot on gags and the comedy's overly simplistic. And it's like, yeah, but that's why it was the number one comedy for like 8 years.
dude put a bomb, not a bomb, but
The
something that
rocket
was
fuel
about to
mixture, yeah.
explode. Dude, he's like, it's going to explode, and he just puts it in the freaking thing. He's like, hopefully no one was on the other side of that. Yeah, that's what I said. I've seen so many clips of the show, but I've never actually sat down and watched the show because when it was on, those were the years I was running around and I wasn't drinking or drugging or anything like that. I was skateboarding. Don't get
Yeah.
the wrong idea out there, people.
But I mean you can watch it all on HBO Max if you have it.
I we do,
Yeah, it's all on
but
there.
I'm watching Young Sheldon right now
That's true. But Young Sheldon's also on Netflix if
and
anyone.
rewatching Stranger. Have you watched Stranger Things by chance?
I couldn't get into it, dude. I tried to watch it. I'm not it's not my cup. I know. But
I
keep
don't
in
know. I
mind,
think that would be one you would need to force yourself through for like a first few episodes, but just the characters, like we were talking about the young Sheldon characters. eventually, dude, the characters just become so like I don't know, like the kid with no teeth. What is his Gaten Matarazzo? That I think that's his actor name. Dude, he's so like this is weird for a grown man to say this, but like he's an adorable actor, you know. And I know that sounds weird, but I don't really
No, I
care.
get it.
But I don't know. You just have to. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, you can't force someone to like
I
shit.
tried, but this
I hated Game of Thrones. I
I was
literally
just gonna say
forced
that
myself to watch almost the first season. Couldn't do it.
I hate it. I couldn't stand. In fact, there's if you look on our channel, there's a video where we're talking about why Game of Thrones sucks so bad. I was wrong, but it's not as great as some people say it is. But it's a good show. It can be difficult to get into. Like
I'm
if
sure it's great. I just don't. I'm ADHD. I can't sit still. That's my issue. Like if I could sit still and watch something boring with some great like action every now and then, like sure. Like I used to love Lord of the Rings, and that was really boring the first movie, but it was very good.
even the fucking trees walk in that movie. And see, that's the thing.
Here's the first movie.
And
Here's
here's
the
the thing.
second movie. Here's the third one.
I love Lord of the Rings, and I still laugh at that joke because it's true.
It is true, but still, Lord of the Rings actually came out before Star Wars. Jeez, if I could talk.
Oh,
Not Star Wars. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
books, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the
Oh yeah.
books, not the
Exactly.
movies, but
Doesn't matter. The books are the same fucking thing.
it's
I'll
even
watch
more
your whole
walking.
family eat.
I had a thought and I completely lost it. It's gone
It
now.
happens. It happens, and that's okay.
But you know what's not gone?
Brain cells.
This. Oh no, brain cells are long gone.
Oh, dude. Hey, good news.
What's that?
In-laws took possession of the house today.
Nice. Congratulations to
So,
them.
yeah, gonna be moving stuff over there soon. So you know what that means. You know what
That
I'm
means that
saying?
we're gonna finally crown a champion, and we'll
It
return to
also
in
means that
studio.
hopefully we'll be able to get back studio. We're gonna have to figure out something internet wise because the internet I have apparently I only get like 6 to 7 megs of upload, and you
Mm,
need upload is what matters when you're streaming. You know, so
yeah,
I'd like a strong stream. So we'll figure something out. That there might be some way for like uh I don't know. We'll figure it out, but
yeah, we'll
it's doable,
figure something out. But in the meantime, if while
and we
you're
need
waiting
to
for
get that
us,
thing
yeah,
crowned.
yeah. Well, in the meantime, if you want to create your own custom belt for your group of friends to compete in arbitrary and often stupid games, you can do so too with our friends at TrophySmack.com. Custom title belts, which funny enough, when we first partnered with them, they only had one design. Now they have four. And to all the winners of the 2024 Artie Awards, I apologize, but your awards will be coming to you soon. They're on the way, including the Goosebumps crew, which gets their own belt. Strong stream, yeah. Um, but like I said, but like I said, not only have they added more belt options, but now you can make customized championship rings, customized plaques, like you see just above my co-host's head there in frame. It looks like he has a fantastic idea, but now he doesn't. Now it just looks like a plaque on the wall. Customizable plaques, wall art, rings, championship belts, and for all you fantasy football fans out there, if you want to take your league to the next level, help let Trophy Smack help you do it with their fantasy football awards and even corporate awards because not everything has to be funny, but it does make life better. TrophySmack.com. Use the link in the description and let them know that we sent you there. And we need to crown this. I've had this belt for like 2 years.
Yeah, I know. Dude, there so much crap has happened in the
I know,
last year and
dude.
a half,
I
2 years.
like trust me, I'm not sore about it because I get it. It's been a wild 2 years, man.
It's been 1 week.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Dude, I don't know what I was gonna say. I didn't even have anything to think. I just said, dude.
I was about to say people are dying, and then I just lapsed into the beginning of Big Gay Al's song, and so bombs are flying, people are dying, children are crying.
But don't I look good in this hat?
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Man, that whole I can't wait for you guys to do that one.
It's gonna be legitimately funny.
So when is this next week?
No, I don't know when we're gonna do it because it's kind of a some of the things we're doing on her show are time sensitive.
Hmm.
And South Park we can do whenever because it's not like it's an
Understood.
anniversary year. So,
Hmm.
but in July also we're putting Hamilton on trial, and I will be prosecuting it as one of the worst musicals ever created because it sucks. Lin-Manuel Miranda sucks. The whole thing sucks, and it's a bad show. I It fucking sucks. It was tremendously overrated. Like, I'm sorry, how can you how can a how can a guy who creates a musical based around the fact that the only white guy is the king, who's the bad guy, rap like a white man throughout the whole fucking thing? It's not good.
I mean, kind of like Robbie. What was that? What was that monkey movie?
Oh, Robbie Williams. Oh, Better Man.
Robbie Williams, Better Man.
Yeah,
You
except Better
know,
Man was good.
yeah, I was gonna say I watched a little bit of it again. It was actually pretty
I
good.
mean, don't get me wrong, it's weird, and I still can't defend the chimp thing. I can't. And speaking of which, our lawyers are still waiting to hear back from their camp. They have not yet responded to our lawsuit of copyright infringement for obvious
We're
reasons.
talking to you, Robbie.
See, I don't blame Robbie. I think this is all his team is being. I don't really think Robbie Williams actually gives a flying fuck. Except he
No,
seems like the kind of guy who, if he found out about us, he seems like the kind of dude who would be like, "Fuck it, I'll go on."
dude, that would be dope.
That would be dope as shit. I would like no questions asked and be like, "Hey man, can I have like some of your money?"
I'd just be like, why a monkey?
Actually, I can tell you, there is a
I
story
know, because
behind it.
I feel less evolved.
No, that's
Is,
actually not
is
the
is
real
that
reason.
accent? Is that supposed to be me?
It's pretty close. No, the reason was because apparently the director of the movie wanted to do sort of something like that. Because Robbie tells the story, you can find it. He's like, the director came up to me and said, Robbie, what's your spirit animal?" And he said, and I said to him, "Lion." And then he said to me, "Really?" And he said, "No, you're right. Monkey?" I love it.
That's funny.
That is essentially, according to Robbie Williams, that is what happened.
I'm assuming that happened in the movie.
No, no, no. It happened when they were writing the movie to decide
Okay.
what animal to turn him into.
Oh, well, that's weird. Space Ghost. Did we mention he died? The
Yes, we
actor?
did.
Okay. I don't I didn't feel like we did.
Yeah, George Lowe. To remind everybody, George Lowe.
In which he died a couple weeks ago. We've been trying to do this for a little
Yeah,
bit, but just yeah, things happen and life is
life getting in the way. Although it's
yes.
funny because I may have mentioned this to you. I don't know. I'm getting ready to sell my house. Oh,
Oh, are you
yeah.
okay, cool. I mean I knew you were talking about do it. I didn't know if you were actually
No, we're getting ready to, I'm getting ready to.
right on.
Yeah, I want to get back up to the north side, which ironically will put me at the same traveling time
The
to
high
come down to the
north.
studio. High north. What north? The shallow north? No, that doesn't really make sense.
I don't know. That's why I said the high north. I
Well,
was
because
like,
the
we're just
line is the
completely
deep
flipping it.
south. But
Yeah.
it was like the shallow
That
north.
movie still holds up so well.
It does, dude. A
Like
lot of
except for the
movies.
CGI, but like the
Well, but
story's
even I
great.
mean, honestly, let's really think about this here. Considering what kind of movie that is, it looks better than, or I shouldn't say it looks better. It looks on par with some of the crap Marvel's turned out over the last couple of years. So I mean
Yeah, for
that
real.
I mean that says something, and that movie's a comedy, so it can get away with it.
What movie did I see recently? And the CGI was just so terrible. And you watched it too. Um, Flash, The Flash.
Oh God, yeah.
The
Ooh.
CGI was so terrible, and I'm like, dude, you guys still have time to fix that, and you could literally make a buku bucks on streaming and whatnot else. Be like, hey, look, because the movie, like, did you watch the movie?
Yeah, we did an episode on it. We watched
Yeah,
it together, man.
dude, it wasn't a bad movie. The CGI was just
It was a
horrible.
horrendously bad movie. The whole thing
I
was
don't
the
know,
shits.
dude. I give everything like a different eye when I watch things. Like
This is
I
true,
don't know, like
which is why our movie reviews are so entertaining because
I know
again,
because the thing is, I'll watch any movie and like it as long as I can focus on it.
yeah.
Because I'm just so thankful that I focused on it. That I'm like, I like this movie.
Yeah, which actually if you guys like our sort of style of critiquing, ironic again, it's the straight man and the guy who finds the good in everything. The most recent clip I uploaded was where we talk about the biggest problem in the movie Lady Ballers, the Badger. And I actually forget that's a really good review, and I'm kind of oh sorry, buddy. And it's kind of a shame that more people didn't see it because I feel like we did a really good job of like saying, hey, this movie did something great, and they deserve an A for effort, but here's the problems because you still have to like this movie doesn't get a pass just because we like the people behind it, you know? And I feel like we were really fair. And if Daily Wire did take some of those critiques to heart, and we're not the only ones who said it, right? A lot of people have identified the issues that Lady Ballers and a lot of their other movies have. Like, but they don't actually. Daily Wire seems to be in some trouble. We might do a follow up episode on their drama because I kind of suspected that they were spending money that they didn't have, and now it seems like they definitely were.
Uh-oh. I didn't know anything about this.
Well, I mean, because like Brett Cooper left, and now uh, which Candace Owens left too, but that didn't have anything to do with the movies per se.
Hmm.
Candace Owens left, and then Brett Cooper left, and then Jeremy Boring has stepped down as CEO, but he's still a consultant for the company. And I think there was some friction because I think because Jeremy Boring always wanted to be in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and it seems like their
You think he's heading
diversion.
that way?
Well, I think that's why he's leaving, but I think their diversion into like theatrical releases is holy crap. I think I just put something together in my head. Excuse me for one moment.
Beautiful mind moment.
If I'm right, I was like, okay, I'll explain what just happened there um, as I'm searching this. So I don't know, buddy. Did you watch Yellowstone?
No.
Okay, I don't.
I've seen clips.
Yeah. So
Seems like a really good show.
I holy shit, I think I'm right. That would be hilarious. Oh shit, I am right. Okay, I'll explain. Okay, so I finally decided I want to watch Yellowstone, but I know that they've come out with two prequel seasons, so I'm like, I'll be a rebel and I'll start chronologically. So I started watching 1883, which is it's really good, especially if you like period pieces or westerns, you will love it. But it's not like a boring western. It's a really really good show. But the lead actress that plays what's her name? Elsa Dutton in 1883 is the same girl that plays the lead in Run Hide Fight. And that's I was watching 1883. I'm like, I've seen her before, but I can't place her, and that's where I saw her.
Huh.
That literally
Well,
just connected in my brain when I was thinking about Daily Wire movies. I'm like, wait.
well, damn. So she got to start there and then went to 1883.
Well,
Nice.
she's done some stuff in between there, so let's see. So she did uh oh no,
She's an
apparently
actor.
she
She
did
goes where the work is.
oh no, she because that was 2 years later, 1 year later. So yeah, she basically did go from Run Hide Fight to 1883. Oh, and apparently she was only in one episode of Masters of the Year. Oh,
Good
and
for her.
apparently she Wait, Elsa Dutton is in 1923 too, according to
So with this
IMDb.
whole Daily Wire thing, are they going like is the media company done or what?
No, I
Like the
think
making movies thing
I
or
I think you're gonna shift back to more not necessarily political only, but like the more nonfiction stuff because like okay, let's compare Lady Ballers to Am I Racist? Like I am racist. Am I racist? I geez, Am I Racist actually made them some money by the looks of it. Not a ton, but a little bit. And so I think they're just looking at that and it's like, okay, because technically they bought Run, Hide, Fight. They didn't produce it, they just distributed it. Um,
okay.
but I think they produced, which I still haven't seen Terror on the Prairie, but I think they did produce that one. And then there was another horror movie that I don't think they actually produced. I think they just distributed it. But they produced everything for Lady Ballers. But as I said at the time, and I understand because the number one comment I get on this is, well, it's not that easy. I'm like, I know it's not that easy, but Am I Racist proved my point that they can get a movie in theaters. And I think that if they had given Lady Ballers a theatrical run, it actually might have made them some money.
Oh, easily.
Because the thing about Am I Racist, and I said this in our review, which you can also see on the YouTube channel, is that only conservative fans of Daily Wire are going to go see that movie. Lady Ballers is a comedy, though. So you might actually get some people, like the Uber left people, are not going to see that movie, right? Barring morbid curiosity. But like people that like R-rated comedies might have given it a shot and might have bought a ticket. More than Am I Racist? So, but because it was behind a paywall, only fans of Daily Wire watched Am I Racist? And it couldn't have made them that much money. So that's my point. But in closing,
Subscriptions.
I don't think that many people subscribed to watch Lady Ballers, though. I mean, I'm sure some people did, but that also didn't last. Not enough, I don't think enough to cover the cost of a film production.
Right.
I mean, I could be wrong, but judging by what some people are saying and some of the things that are happening, because remember, too, Brett Cooper was supposed to star in their Snow White movie, and that seems to have been scrapped.
I'm not trying to be mean, but like I saw the pictures of her with the crown on her head or whatever it was, and her head's like really wide.
Well, it's pretty
Like
clear
she's
that movie
pretty,
is
but
not.
like her head was wide. Like
It's
it was
it's
like
pretty it's pretty obvious that movie's not getting made. So,
no.
oh no,
Zegler one upped him.
Zegler won. Which God,
Oh, was it terrible?
that movie was rough. It's not a good flick. Although I was worried. I thought Rachel Zegler was going to be the worst part of that, and she was actually one of the better. But that's like a bucket of shit being better than a pile of shit.
She's a
Like
good singer.
she
I
was
do
the.
like how she sings.
And I said this when we were talking about it on Haley's podcast. She can sing. The musical numbers, she killed those. She did good in those. The song sucked, but that wasn't her fault.
I'm not a fan of lower tone singers when it comes to females because it just sounds weird, but she does it well.
She's not
Like
that low though. I mean, she's not. I mean, she can
I don't
sing.
know what she sang in this, but what was the last movie that she was in? She had to sing. It was weird. Was it the Hunger Games
Oh,
thing
I
that she
think
was
I
in?
didn't know she sang in that, but yeah, she was in that
They
movie.
made her like they was like
Hmm.
sing da 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 or something
Well,
like that.
okay, I haven't heard her sing low because the only other movie I've seen her sing in
It
was
wasn't
West
that she
Side
sings
Story.
low, it's just that her voice is like she's got a pretty girthy voice.
Well, in West Side Story, she's singing
Maybe
like
I
the
don't.
previous Maria, so it's higher, is what I'm getting at.
Well, then I'm definitely wrong then. I
No, I
only
mean
heard
maybe in
a
Hunger
very
Games, I
tiny
don't
bit
know,
of it. Yeah, I was gonna say it was like really cool,
but
but
nobody sings like Space Ghost. I'm very
man,
disappointed in our fans because nobody got the Trump's just an ordinary guy joke.
Trump's just an ordinary
Ordinary
guy.
guy.
No, of course, you know they're not gonna get that. Man, I wish we could. play music on here and whatnot
I
without
mean,
like getting in
you can
trouble.
attempt it, but one of our streams got
No.
turned off because we played the trailer for The Accountant too. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, we were real mad and we were going after Ben Affleck, but then we heard that it was John Bernthal that had the problem. We shut that down.
Dude, our first podcast, do you remember when
The camera died.
camera died and you're like, "Oh, Coke pulled the funding."
Just
Or you
because
said something.
we
Dude,
mentioned Dr. Pepper right before and then they cut the video.
dude. And he said, "Nope, they cut the funding." That shit was so funny.
I'm
Oh
telling you
man.
people,
Oh, Justin said your guys review. Did you see that?
I'm reading it now. Your guys' review of Snow White was more reasonable and fair-minded than I expected. I tuned in expecting a far angrier rant. Um, well,
Haley did seem kind of upset
yeah,
at that
Haley.
movie before
Okay,
she went to go see it. She's like, "Blah, blah, blah."
Haley's
She was
still mad
mad.
about it. She's still mad about it. I was
She's
like,
still
listen.
salty.
But the thing, and probably the reason I wasn't so mad is because yeah, I figured it was going to be bad, and it did a lot of the things that I figured they were going to do. So, like, I wasn't disappointed because I expected nothing, except
What
they gave the dwarfs weird rock glowing powers.
what's a new movie that's going to be coming out soon that has another female star and she's kind of doing the same thing right now that Zegler was doing?
I don't know
Do
that
you know anything
anybody's
about
doing
that?
it that really stupid, but I could be
I
wrong.
I I heard it was the same. I can't remember who it is, but like literally everybody's like, please don't do that. You're
The
gonna
only
ruin
one
the
I can
movie.
think of is Thunderbolts, but I haven't heard of any of the
And when that
people
I've heard that
talking.
was good.
I've heard, and I'm not expecting anything good out of it, but I've actually been hearing that it's actually a surprisingly good movie.
I've got $25 on AMC card. I'm gonna go watch it.
Well, we're of course going to have to talk about Superman when it comes out because that's happening.
Dude, it looks great. I don't care what anyone says.
It
Like
does.
everybody
It
they
like
be like, he's wearing the underwear again. It's Superman. I don't
it's
care. He can
Superman.
fly.
Yeah,
He can wear underwear on the outside. He can fly.
he's faster than a locomotive, motherfucker. You can't even see his underwear
He can laser your freaking little tiny brain
and other stuff.
and, and other stuff. Yeah, that's what
Bet you
he
he's
does.
got, I bet you he's got
Dude,
a strong stream.
there's a versions of Superman that can there's a version of Superman that can literally shoot little Supermen out of his hand. Go get him, Chupamangra, or I can't remember his name from Lord Slug. Chukamancha,
Oh,
go get him, babies.
Metamacha.
Metamacha. Oh, baby Metamacha.
You've watched the Team Four Star Lord Slug, right? DBZA.
A bit of it, yeah.
When old Lord Slug isn't even speaking.
Ah, I've got teeth now. He doesn't say anything like that.
This is
Yeah,
amazing.
I can do this.
What are you doing? What they did with Nail and Kami is might be my favorite running gag in their whole retelling. How they keep
Earl. Oh, sorry.
there. I saw a bird.
I'm so I'm so bad. I'm so bad with keeping up where what is like because I haven't watched enough of it. I need to because it's so funny. Like that part, Guru man. Earl. I saw a
I saw a
bird.
bird. Maybe we should maybe
Gotta like
maybe we
force
should
myself.
maybe we should do some Space Ghost abridged when we have more time.
Dude, like I need $1 million so that I can buy you out so you don't have to work.
Oh, I don't think about that every day. It's like, oh man, what the things we could do if
That's the yeah, and
if only this were the full-time gig.
it's like if we had somewhere to go between the hours of 10 and 3 to create the
Oh,
stupid
dude,
shit we
we'd
could
be
come up with.
menaces. We'd be menaces, which speaking of which, if you guys want to help us do that, you can help. What we need you to do is go back and watch our old episodes because we've got plenty of subscribers to monetize. We just need watch time. We're close, so with your help, we can get there. But we need you to watch not shorts. I mean, watch the shorts, but we need the watch time of our podcasts.
We'll link 3, 4 good episodes in this in the description. Definitely our Barbie review,
Hold on, I'm going to write
and
these
then
down so that I'll put them in there.
Barbie review and the Barbie parodies, or
Oh, the gag
the
reel.
out ag yeah, the gag reel. And then the if you like political stuff, the Alex Jones and Ben Shapiro podcast was comedy gold.
Again, all which actually I think I'm gonna to make this easier for you guys because we've got a lot of episodes now. I think I'm gonna create some separate playlists of like movie reviews and then like political stuff and funny stuff because we got quite a bit of everything now. But to let everybody know, next week we're gonna shift gears a bit. We're going political, but we're going Canadian political. I don't know why I did that. What's the hand signal for Canada? Like,
Oliver. I don't how do you say his name?
oh, Polyev.
Polyev. That's it.
Yeah,
It
Pierre
looks so
Polyev.
much it looks so much cooler than that.
Well,
Polyev.
well,
That's
technic
Canada, right?
technically it is Pierre Polyev, but
Pierre Pierre
Pierre,
Pierre
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 Polyev,
Pierre Polyev
Polyev.
Polyev
You need the
Polyev.
French R.
My mouth is too dry right
But
now.
actually, Justin, you will appreciate this. So I just watched the election's over, but I just watched one of their leader debates, which is their equivalent to our presidential debate, except there's four of them, and they're just the leaders of their political parties. Um, the dude from Quebec, Monsieur Leblanc, I think his name was. That dude is cracking me up because he's just up there. He's like, theoretically, he's running for prime minister, but during the debate, he's like, I am not even running for prime minister. I am here to represent Quebec and Quebecers. And every answer to every question is like, respect for Quebec. You do not respect Quebec. And I'm just like, bro, let it go. You're part of Canada. I know you don't want to be, but you're part of Canada. Simmer down.
Sounds like California.
I mean, a little bit, which is funny. At one point, he's like, "Our biggest partner in the greenhouse gases is California," and I'm like, "You two should just make your own country."
Dude, it's so unfair because like I I always felt like I looked up to California back in the day. Like it
Well,
seems like
back in
such
the
a nice
day,
place
we
to
did,
live and
yeah, yeah. Back in the day, probably I'm sure it was, but so to carry on that point, so
sucks.
next week we're inviting two of our best Canadian friends, Justin from the Spur of the Moment podcast, and our homeboy,
Off the
Home
block.
Slice Toast, which he confirmed. So we're gonna have both of them.
Oh,
Um,
sick.
yeah. So basically, you're gonna have two Canadian hosts, and we're just gonna be here like, what's that?
It's gonna be a Canadian breakfast, eh?
Yeah, which I only today realized what NDP means, and I kind of feel stupid.
NDP.
It's a political party in Canada. It's the New Democrat Party. Yeah, but I never put it together. But I was listening to I always forget his first name, but Singh, he's the NDP leader, and he keeps saying like 100 times he's saying that's why you need new Democrats. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm like, oh, NDP, I get it now.
Me and my shit stepdad. What? Man, you just calling him out. Used to
Benchmark them
heckle
all
them
day.
during debates. Oh yeah. Dude, there's nothing. We just sit and rip on the president.
Yeah, Justin, I'm gonna leave you with this, and then we can discuss it. I think you guys elected Canadian Donald Trump in a different way, but I do think you guys kind of elected Canadian Donald Trump after watching that debate.
Is there election? When is there
It's
election?
over. I think it was
Who
Monday.
won?
The Liberals.
Really?
Yep, and it's because it's all we're gonna get into it, but it's all because of Donald Trump. It's all because of Donald Trump.
So hold on, hold on. Who got elected then? Like you
Well,
said, the
okay,
liberals.
so
I
the
don't know how
Liberals,
any of their shit works.
Jagmeet Singh, that's his name. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, Justin's gonna school us. I'll be honest. Judging from his behavior in that debate, I'm not surprised. But I also don't know. Maybe the people that vote NDP like that, but he came off a little
Okay.
smug to me. But
Well, I guess we're gonna have some fun next week.
party. I'm trying to look up his name.
Party
Justin,
on, Garth.
who's the leader of the Liberal Party who's now Prime Minister? I think he was temporary Prime Minister when Justin Trudeau stepped
Hey
down, but he
Siri, who is
won.
the Prime Minister of Canada right now? Mark Carney?
Yeah, that's him, Mark Carney.
Carney Asada.
Well, yeah, but Canada just elected a former New York businessman as their Prime Minister. Yeah, John Carney.
Mark Carnada.
Mark Carney, not John Carney.
Carney. Carney.
Carney.
Marcus.
Yeah, you guys elected Carne Asada.
Carney Asada. That's
But
a
yeah,
that's
we'll
that's a tongue
see.
twister.
But yeah, I noticed one thing I noticed about that debate, and we'll touch on it next week, and then we'll wrap up here. Um, you're everybody on that debate stage at least was kind of a cartoon character insofar as like they were so what is it? Trump basically
Sorry.
handed him prime minister.
I was waiting for you to get that one.
Oh
That's
shit, that's
good.
funny. Yeah, I feel like Justin's about to start a political podcast up in
Lois
Canada the past couple of
Einhorn
days.
is Ray Finkel.
Einhorn is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man.
Dude,
Oh my God. But yeah, no, dude, all everybody up there, Polyev included, at least during that debate, they were all a cartoon character because they all had their little catchphrases or like, what's this word?
Places we're in.
That tells you how good of a movie that was because that sentence can elicit so much laughter.
Hey, Jim Carrey's a fellow Canadian.
Yes, he is. Very astute
Canada
observation.
Canadian. And he's got such
But
a rubber face.
yeah, I can't do it.
I have to steal Christmas. Dude, when he does that, I was like, I can't do that shit.
Yeah,
That
only
hurts.
only he can apparently. The
Oh
places
yeah.
we're in.
You seen his wrinkles? Dude, Sonic 3 was amazing. Have you watched it?
I have not yet. I need to.
Have
It's
you
it's
watched
on
any
my.
of them?
Yeah, I've seen the first two.
Okay. Dude, it was awesome. I'm excited
So
for
I've
the
heard.
new Mario movie.
Oh, there's a new one coming out.
I think at the end of this year.
Oh,
Or yeah, at the end of 2025. Yeah. The first one was just it
hey
was
guys, like to
something
say, it's
like it,
not
but
Mario per se. It's
like when they did
Mario.
adaptations, they didn't fucking read the book. That's like how
Yeah,
they did with Dragon Ball Evolution.
yeah. Except that movie sucked dick. Like at
Dude,
least at least
Justin Chatwin has apologized immensely for that one. And he was like, "It's okay. You gave us Bulma.
I actually
She
don't,
was okay in that movie."
and I actually don't blame him for that because he was. I think
He
given what he was given, I think he did the best he could have possibly done with it.
No, on set, he actually was trying to give the producers and the directors, he was trying to literally tell them that, hey, it would
This
probably
is.
be better if you stick more toward the source material, and they weren't listening to him, and he was just like, okay, this way I'll do it the way you want it, like I don't know if there's a video of him saying that, but I felt like
I'm sure
it
there
was
is.
something, but yeah.
I've said this before on the podcast, but there's one scene in particular that kind of illustrates how that perfectly encapsulates how who the people behind creating that movie had no idea about Goku and who he was because it's the scene where he's trying to be able to control his ki by blowing out the candles or whatever, and he can't get
Hmm.
it. And
And
remember,
then Chi Chi shows up, and he's like,
and he's like, "Ooh, pussy,"
yeah,
and
and
then
it's
he
like,
masters it.
why did it's like, did he really master it that fast, or was he playing with the crowd? Was he playing, like,
No, no, because she was the motivation, but the real Goku would have been motivated by a sandwich. Like
yeah, or just the ability to get stronger somehow?
that surely would have been. It's like, ah, Chi-Chi, not now. I can do that later. I gotta master this technique. Like
What do
that's a
you mean
real
you
Goku.
guys kiss? What's kissing?
That's gross.
What do
Why
you
would you do
mean?
that?
What
Oh,
do you mean
you've
you don't?
never, but you have two children.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's
so
that got to do with anything?
Goku's savage. He
Particularly
just
Super
jumps and
Goku.
leaves them.
I mean, hey, that's what Saiyans do, right?
Yeah. Oh man, do we have any other sponsors?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Let's end this turkey. I hurt.
I smell turkey,
Tuna fish,
big beef jerky.
potato knish,
I smell onions.
pizza too.
The dog needs washing.
Rest in peace, brother.
George Lowe, we will miss you, brother. But
Yeah.
Warner
Great
Brothers,
voice.
bring Space Ghost back.
Yeah, and hit us up because everybody wants to
Wants to
see
be
Space
space. Everybody
Ghost.
wants to see Space Ghost. Yes, I'd
Or is it
give
everyone wants to
anything.
be?
It's everyone wants to be, but also now everybody
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
to see
exactly.
Space
Everybody
Ghost.
wants to see Space Ghost. Yeah.
There you go. You got some. You got some. Which actually, to let people know, we're discussing. Which, by the way, I'm not trying to rush you, but can we have Brian's special song for tomorrow? Is that possible?
Oh shit, tomorrow
Yeah. If it's not
I
possible, that's
will.
fine.
Well, I will try.
Yeah.
And also, I figured out why it was offbeat. It wasn't offbeat in my headphones.
Oh, really?
Everything was synced up, and then literally
Wow.
because I noticed that too, but like it was just so stupid. I had to send it to you. I was like, so you got to check this out. But apparently there's a delay because I was just using YouTube as backing tracks,
Hmm.
and I was kind of cheating my way through it. But like now I'm gonna have to download them and actually put them into Cakewalk and whatnot. But
Cool. Yeah,
anyway,
but we
boring.
were we were discussing earlier today that you more than me, but I'll help where I can. Is gonna maybe be doing some more comedic musical stuff.
Dude, definitely. We could. I I had some thoughts earlier that they're not clear right now.
Oh,
The medication kicked in.
did you enjoy You Have Died of Dysentery?
Yeah. Dude, like as soon as like what they ended with the first verse and then they went into you died of
Oh,
dysentery.
you have died of dysentery.
Dude, it sounded like I was listening to an actual country song,
I know,
but
right?
they just threw that on me and I just
So
cracked up.
let me tell you real quick. I'll tell you the story of how that song got discovered. This because that's loosely Justin to thank for this. So there's an episode of Star Trek we were doing on the Final Frontier, and the episode name that we did, Space Drugs 2 Electric Spoogaloo. Yes, it is what it sounds like. Um, and there's a joke because the premise of this episode is that there's a group of settlers that colonize this planet, and there's a really weird line in the episode where Kirk seems to not understand that. I don't remember exactly what the line is, but he's like, "So you mean they went to this planet not knowing if they would live or die?" And I'm like, "Yes, Kirk, that's how settlers were." You know? And then that led into, I think Justin made the dysentery joke, and it just became a running gag of, you always pay for the ferry. But I was actually looking for something to do with dying of dysentery in the Orient Trail, but then it came up on YouTube, and I'm like, this is a song? And then I listened to it. I listened to it at work, by the way. So you have to understand, like, I've got one headphone in my ear, and I'm just sitting here just fucking giggling like an idiot because this song is so funny. And I'm just like, oh, I have to. So that song is the end credits for that particular episode. And in our Star Trek in memoriam, so we list all the deaths, on screen deaths of season one. Um, It starts out with In the Arms of an Angel, but turns out more people die in Star Trek than you would think. So I need another song, and so I'm like, oh, we're bringing it back, baby. So we used it again.
I just using "In the Arms of an Angel" song just for anything is just hilarious. I don't
Oh,
know why. It
dude,
just makes anything more
it's
funny. Like, and it's a sad song.
it worked to perfection in our memoriam tribute to, especially the fact that it hits a chorus right when a man's like slowly getting strangled to death. So it's it's pretty
Call now.
funny.
You can help this man escape this rope. Just with your $20 donation every month, you can help this man stay out of this rope swinging back and forth.
Which actually I need to make it active because that I'll send it to you when I make. I'll probably make it active tomorrow. The it's in our end of season one live stream special, but it's part of it. But I uploaded just the memorial video as its own standalone thing on the Final Frontier YouTube channel. So I'll make it after. I'll send it to you so you can watch just that part. You'll
Okay.
laugh. You'll. I know you. You'll find it. You'll watch it a few times. It's quite funny. But yeah, unfortunately, rest in peace, George Lowe. Thank you for our childhood
All the musical quips, we didn't I didn't realize how much music was
in that
ingrained in
show.
our
Yeah.
in all of our media as kids. Like
Oh, I
even in
know,
Dragon
right?
Ball Z, like just the intro, dude. We're you
Well, the
know,
entire Bruce Faulkner score.
uh and then the movies that put me on to Deftones, Disturbed, Disco Disturbed.
I still hate you for that.
No one knows what could death gonna do to me.
Because now I can't unhear it.
Oh, dude, it's disco. Like I just see someone dancing, just doing that lawnmower starting thing. Is that what that's called? The lawnmower starter?
You mean this one?
No. What was the one dance one of our friends did back in the day? What was it? The
Yeah, that
weed
was the
eater?
lawnmower. And then you start walking with it.
This shit was dumb.
Yeah. Comedy
I
gold, though.
miss it.
But yeah,
All
bring back
right.
Space Ghost. Thank you for enjoying this episode of the Average Intelligence Podcast. Hopefully, you're a little bit less average and a little bit more intelligent. But tonight, probably not. Brain cells died tonight. We'll just put it that way. But like I said, please check out our older episodes. Help us get that watch time up so we can get monetized and bring you even more stupidity. By the time we're done with you, you'll be a vegetable. That's our goal. Just have you
Or
sitting.
or a big grasshopper trapped in a desk prison pod.
Ow.
It looks
I
like a desk.
was like, what are you talking? Then I realized you're talking about Zorak. Um, no, we'll get you to. We will tell you what. When we can do this full time, we will bring you the television show from Idiocracy, Ow My Balls.
Oh, okay. Ow, my balls.
uh, I told Max
Max
had never
Shepard.
seen it. I told him you need to watch this movie if you've never seen it because back then it was funny. Today it's scary. Like it's a legitimate
It's
horror
coming
movie
true
now. It's
faster.
it's yeah.
It's
It's
like sped up. Like people are just so dumb. And I have to take drugs to be okay with them. Just kidding. It's because of the
well,
pain.
like I said,
Oh, the pain.
it's
I'm sorry.
oh
Goodbye,
okay.
everybody.
No, thank you for watching this week. Tune in next week for an in-depth political discussion of Canadian politics. I just realized how boring that sounded, but trust me, it won't be.
No, not with us. And I'll probably eat a gummy, so have fun.
All right.